All right, what's up, you guys? Anthony here, morning of day two, and got some really, I don't want to say promising, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but got some decent results here. So we're pulling in at a 2.53 return on ad spend right now. We got one purchase after making those changes that I talked about yesterday, evening of day one, which was namely, making some changes to the creatives that we were running in the account. So as you can see here, this was the ad that got the sale using that scroll stopper. Thumb stop on that scroll stopper is just absolutely ridiculous. So what I'm probably going to do now is create a bunch of new ad creatives using that scroll stopper. Because as you can see, when I run just the regular creatives with no scroll stopper, 25% thumb stop versus 60% thumb stop. Obviously, keep in mind, this one got a purchase. Keep in mind, CPMs are interesting. Are actually a little bit cheaper. Oh, very interesting. Yeah, so what I'll probably do now is I want to test out a couple of different things, knowing that I have some learnings now. Clearly, I need some type of thumb stop scroll stopper. When I run it as just strictly UGC, the performance is crazy bad. So this one didn't really have, let's say, it's not a crazy scroll stopper. It's really just the problem.
Fed up with the pain.
Okay, so fed up with the pain. Even that, it doesn't have too much spend, but even that is getting some really good performance right out of the gate. In terms of thumb stop, hold rate is also phenomenal on that creative as well. Impressions, it's only got 50, so the data is still small. Same thing on this one, only 112 impressions, so not a ton of data on these creatives. What I actually want to check now is to check my average view duration, and then I also want to check my video plays at 25%, 50%, 75%, 100%, and then through plays as well, and see what kind of performance we have there. That is crazy. I'm trying to figure out why my webcam is so. There we go. All right, so let's see. Crazy. So we get tons more average play time. If you look at how many through plays that we have, I'm gonna actually just check my cost per through play as well. Let's take this, 26 seconds for a 15-second video view, or 15. So we're getting, the annoying part is we're getting good spend. Sorry, tons of motorcycles outside right now. We're getting good spend on these bottom two creatives, but the reality is they're just not really good at getting attention, nor are they really good at getting clicks. Honestly, what I want to do is kind of kill these bottom two creatives and just try and funnel spend. But what I'm going to do is take both of these ads and I'm going to duplicate them now into a new campaign. We'll just do this as an ASC. And I really want to see what happens when I throw these ad sets on their own into their own ASC campaign, just to see what performance we'll get and what performance we can expect. Let's see. The reason for that is because clearly the ads that we're getting spend into, at least right off the bat, are not generating the kind of results we want. We actually have lower CPMs. We have a really crazy click-through rate on both of these, so I want to test them out as their own campaign. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll take new ads at 2 and new ad 3, both of these. One thing I was going to say is, depending on performance on these two videos, it could be the case that you have ads that are really good at getting at thumb stop, that are really scroll stopping, but they're not as effective at view duration. So they're kind of clickbaity in a sense. So I was trying to see if these creatives actually had more, potentially we're losing out on thumb stop, but had a higher average watch time, and therefore if I could combine the thumb stop of this with the view duration of this, I could create an ad that's both attention grabbing as well as gets good view duration. But that's obviously not the case. So what we're gonna do now is, I don't wanna pause those two creatives. I'm just gonna take these, again, duplicate them into a totally new campaign as well. This is naked. Okay. Set. For some reason, it's just not duplicating. See if I can inherit any creatives down here. Not want to be on manual placements. Okay, here are the ones that I want to import. I believe it's this one. Add 2 and add 3. Let's see. Let's add 2 and add 3. Yep. Okay, let's import add 2 and add 3. We'll start with those 2 for now. This will just be kind of like our good ASC campaign, or our top performer kind of baby scaling campaign. Still very early, but just based off of the metrics, I really want to get some more spend going into both of these 2 ads. Awesome. So that'll be the ASC campaign, and I want to start that off at like $100 per day, get that going. And just see, based on performance, like I'm a little skeptical of like how Meta's distributing the spend, so I want to test both of these 2 in an ASC. I was tempted to use ABO, but we'll see. I really like ASC. When you have good creative, I feel like ASC is phenomenal. You just need the right creative for it. So let's see where we're at. I'm trying to clear my filters. Okay, sweet. So we've got our ASC campaign now, and this ASC campaign has 2 of our best performing creatives. Again, as a quick recap, this is the morning of day 2. We did get a purchase. It's at a 2.56 return on ad spend. The break even here is at 2, so we're starting to get into unprofitability here. We're at about like a 10% net after payment processing fees, probably closer to 7 to 8% net profit. I'm starting the pricing off intentionally really low because my goal here is I'm not trying to hit profit right away. I'm just trying to get to break even as quickly as possible. And really just start to identify winning elements, such as good creative with good thumbstop, with good engagement, good CPMs. Getting accounts off the ground early on is really all about not just throwing shit at the wall and hoping it sticks. It's about reading the data and being very meticulous with how you read the data and extrapolating as quickly as possible. Sometimes the learnings that you're getting from the creatives that you're launching, or anything that you're launching, a lot of these learnings are very assumptive, and you have to recognize that a lot of these learnings are inconclusive because the data is just not statistically significant. But it's about using a little bit of intuition, using some data to kind of guide the decision making, to make early decisions and take early learnings so that you can move and execute quickly. And this is an example of that, right? Like we clicked into the CBO, we see we're getting kind of erratic spend, which is not atypical of brand new ad accounts, where you'll see kind of spend go everywhere across ads regardless of performance. But here we have 2 creatives, very clearly attention grabbing, much more attention grabbing in terms of thumbstop, very much more effective at video retention. One of them has a purchase, cost per click is good, and I was so surprised to see the CPM is actually lower than what we're getting here, and this creative has more spend, right? So that makes no sense to me. And so we've got good average playtime there as well. So we're going to test these out in an ASC campaign, see what happens if we dedicate some spend strictly to those campaigns. And I'm even tempted to throw in, because I did launch a new ad set as well, to throw in this creative, but the thumbstop so far, it's still very early. But I basically put in...
This is my laser hair removal device.
And she goes into the before and after within like 3 minutes. Still very early. I want to see how that gets spent. This one is already showing some pretty promising signs of results, so I may throw these 2 into their own ASC, again, just to get some dedicated spend. In fact, I'm actually going to do that because I'm trying to be aggressive on this. Let's get things going. For some reason, I cannot do a new CBO or a new ASC without it freaking out. Yep, Advantage Plus Shopping. Sweet. Let's copy in the brand new creatives that we just made. Oh, it actually doesn't have those creatives just yet. That's funny. Oh, and you add one. Okay. You add one, and then let's get you add two in that mode. Boom. So got that one, and this one we'll get rid of. Did I delete add two on accident?
If you want to save money on going totally hairless, you need to try this.
Can you add two, and then you add one. Alrighty. I believe that's going to be it for day 2. We're going to see, it's currently 11. As a reminder, we do have one sale on the board for today after 0 on day 1. So 61 sessions, we got an order for $100. We'll see how the rest of the day continues to pan out. But hopefully with making some of these changes, I'll be able to check back in later today. With hopefully a little bit more, a couple more winning ads. We'll see if this theory proves to be true, if we can actually force spend a little bit into some of these better performing creatives in terms of engagement, and see if we can get more spend that way, especially because we know the spending behavior early on in ad accounts can sometimes be kind of erratic. So we'll see. Alrighty, that's it for this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.